So thank you so much for being here with me. And I think today I would like to focus really on the breath and on the upper body, because we've done last time a lot of hip and we've done a lot of core practices. And I think it's time again to bring the energy into the upper body, because also right now it's so much about the lungs and the respiratory system. And the breath is such a big, important part of our yoga practice. So what I like to do with you today is a little bit of pranayama and 2 different practices that I'm going to bring into our class. And if you have any questions about the breath, there'll be time afterwards to talk about the breath. Basically, very simple, the breath is called prana in yoga, and prana really means life force. And pranayama means prana, life force, breath, and yama is restriction or extension. And it just means working with the breath. And the yogis believe that it is just one really important part of our practice. We have the yamas and the niyamas, which is like moral conduct ideas. We have our physical practice, we have our meditation practice, and one big part is really the breathing practice. Because one way to really work with the mind and to get out of the mind into the body and into the heart is to use the breath and to use it more consciously. And I think it's really helping as well to build our immune system. So right now, with all that is going on, I think it's really nice to focus on the lungs. And we consider the arms to be the wings of the heart. So we'll be doing a lot of arm, chest, shoulder opening today. So it's important, if you have any injuries in your shoulders, then really please take it easy. It can be pretty intense working with the shoulders, doing back bending and heart opening poses. And you are always, always welcome to modify. Since I cannot see you, please, this is the number 1 in yoga. Just respect wherever you are. And if you need to modify in any way that you can still breathe. And this is really the most important thing. So if you are in any yoga pose without being able to breathe fully, really filling up your lungs, you need to back off a little bit. So make that your guide. Your breath is your best guide. And I'm gonna move now over to the mat. Oh, it's so hot today. It's like 40 degrees here. So if you have your blocks ready, then place 1 block, or if you have a rolled up mat, it can be the rolled up mat. The mat would be lengthwise. If you have blocks, place 1 block flat and the other block a little bit higher. Now you want to place the block right underneath your shoulder blades. So this is the line of your bra if you were wearing one, and this kind of line goes onto the bottom line of the block. And then you lie back, and the block really is underneath your shoulder blades, and you take the other block or whatever you have and place it underneath your head. And then you take the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall out to the side and take your arms out to the side. Now, if you do not have any props, don't worry, you can just lie on your back. It's not a problem, but these props are helping us to find a little bit more lift and opening in the chest. And if you're lying on a rolled up yoga mat or blanket, it feels really nice to let the shoulder blades kind of drape around it. So you should feel really, really comfortable here. You can also place something underneath your thighs, and then with the eyes closed, just connect to your breath, your prana. And I've heard once we breathe about 26,000 breaths on average per day. Now, if you think about it, you maybe breathe consciously a handful of breath every day. So it's something we very much take for granted, even though it's so powerful. And so the yogis have figured out that prana really is one of the best tools that we have. And if you look into yoga books, you can really go into very advanced pranayama techniques, but you can also do things very simple and have a beautiful effect. So now as you feel your breath coming in and going out softly, notice how with every exhale you can just relax a little bit more into your support, onto the floor. And you're just breathing through the nose. Really not changing anything about the breath, just feeling the breath. Welcoming the breath. And noticing if it flows freely or if there's any restriction, any places where maybe you feel a little blocked with your breath. And place your right hand onto your belly. And keeping your hand on your belly, now focus on breathing only into your belly, and you're filling up your belly like a big, big balloon. And every time you exhale, you gently press your hand into your belly and draw the navel in towards the spine. And then again, big, big breath into the belly, all the way down into the pelvis, into your back body. Just not up into your chest. So really focus on breathing into the lower part. How does it feel? Just notice. Make the breath a little deeper for the last 3 rounds, like your biggest breath down. Maybe exhaling through the mouth. 2 more. And the last one. Big, big, big breath. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Now release your right hand to the floor. Bring your left hand onto your chest, your collarbone, so really up here. Take a moment here to connect to the warmth of your hand, and then see if you can shift your breathing. And now keep your belly completely calm and only breathe up into the chest. So really try to use your full lung capacity. And you feel your lung, your ribs expanding. You also feel maybe the back of your heart expanding. So we're not just expanding up, we're also expanding down onto the support, onto the block, onto the floor. A couple more rounds. And your hand is rising and falling. Last big breath. Good, and then slowly release. Now connect those 2 parts. As you inhale, breathe into the belly, from the belly through the ribs, all the way up into the chest. And then exhale, release from the chest through the ribs. At the end of the exhale, draw the belly in. And do that a couple of rounds in your own breathing. If you have the desire to exhale through the mouth, you can do that. Good. And then the last big breath. And exhale, slowly release. Now take your hands onto your thighs. Slowly bring your legs together. Walk your feet to the edges of the mat and let your knees fall together so that your groins can release, and you can even give a little massage if it feels a little tight in your hips or the upper thighs. Just grab the flesh, give it a little massage. Good. And then just move your knees a little bit side to side. Good. And then roll over onto your right side. Come up to sit. Take the blocks out of your way. And find a comfortable seat. Close the eyes for just a moment. And again, check in with your breath. Notice if anything feels different compared to at the beginning of joining this practice. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. And we'll begin our practice with one sound of Om. So you're welcome to join me. Roll the shoulders all the way up and take them back, keeping that space open and soft. And then big breath in for your first Om. And then gently bow to yourself and release. I so wish I could hear you all chanting Om with me. So roll over onto your hands and knees. Oh, Junie, that's my cat. And place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Good, and then keep your knees where they are. Walk your fingertips to the edges of the mat and bring your forehead to the floor. This is called Anahata Asana. You let your heart just melt down towards the floor. You stay on your fingertips so you really feel a nice stretch in the shoulders. And breathe deeply. Some of you could try to maybe even bring the shin to the floor, which is very intense. Doesn't happen for me, but it's an option. And then slowly press into your hands and come all the way back up. And we'll start to make circles now. So just moving with your breath, coming forward, going out to the side, and circling your body. Moving the other direction. So finding fluidity, that's what I love about the vinyasa. It's really, when I get into flow, my mind kind of stops to be busy. So that's good. Last round. Coming back to the middle. And then here as you inhale, let your belly drop and look up. And as you exhale, draw the belly in and round. And again, inhaling, arching. Exhaling to round. Last time, inhaling. Exhaling, bring your feet flat and come to sit back onto your heels. So if this is uncomfortable, you can totally place a pillow or a block underneath. Good. And then from here, bring your arms forward. So your palms are touching. As you inhale, open the arms wide. And as you exhale, now bring the back of your palms to touch and round your back. Inhale, leaning forward, open. Exhale to round, touch your palms. Keep going in your own breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. So this is like cat cow just seated. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale, and then release your arms back down. Good. Come up onto your hands and knees for a moment. Circle your feet, maybe tap your toes. Good. And then tuck your toes and lift up and back into your first downward facing dog and stretch it all out. So bend one knee, press the other heel down. I have a little bit of cracking here today. And then look towards your hands, please, and slowly walk your feet forward. And bring your feet parallel hip distance so your two fists can fit between your feet. Nice. And then just gently fold forward and really let your chest, your belly rest onto your thighs. So you really bend the knees. You let your head go, your arms go. Shake it out. Yes or no? Good. Keep your chest resting onto your thighs. Now place your elbows, the point of your elbows really into the center of your palms. You can have your left arm in front of your right. So remember, stick your butt all the way back up. Start lifting your head, lift your arms, and bring your arms next to your ears if you can. Breathe. Really feel that opening of the chest. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And again, big breath in. This time exhale very slowly, come back down. Release your arms, shake them out. We'll switch, stick your butt back as if you're kind of skiing. Now your right arm goes in front, grabs the elbow, left hand grabs the other elbow. Stick your butt back, keep drawing the belly in, start to lift up. Bring your arms up next to your ears if you can. And breathe, keep your head lifted. Big, big, big breath. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale again and exhale. Very slowly draw the belly in, fold forward. Release your arms, shake them out. Good. Now place your hands onto your waist and slowly come all the way up to stand. Good. Keep your knees soft. Think of something maybe this week that you are ready to let go, and we'll shake it all out. So soft knees. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale. Two more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. Come all the way up high. Beautiful. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your palms all the way up high. Come onto your toes. Make yourself really, really, really tall. And then exhale, release. Good. All right. Start to flow. From here, inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Come onto your toes. And exhale, release it down. And again, inhale, lifting up. Lift your heels. Exhale, release. Find a focus for your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your heels down. Inhale, lift the arms up. This time as you exhale, bring your palms together and along the midline of your body all the way to the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale, your heart lifts. Exhale, step your left foot back. Press into your feet and float the arms up for high lunge. Good. Bend your left elbow. Take your right hand to your left elbow and lift the left elbow up and back. Left leg is super strong. Good. Now you can stay here. Keep your chest facing forward. Use your legs, really strong legs. Maybe take your right hand with your palm facing back all the way around and see if you can meet your fingertips. Most probably you won't, so then you just hold on to your shirt, but just push your head back and feel that nice opening in the chest. Good. Slowly release. From here, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hand to the floor, step back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Slide your hands next to your chest. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling back down. Again, inhaling cobra. Exhaling back down. Last one. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling, come onto your knees. Tuck your toes and push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Press down into your feet. Lift the arms up. High lunge. Nice. Now we're going to bend the right elbow with your left hand. Take a hold of your right elbow and stretch. And it's really important also to reach the right heel back, give you stability. So nice. And if you want to go deeper, this side is easier. Usually take your left hand around and grab your fingertips. Smile, soften your face. Very important. And breathe. Nice, soft breath. Good. Inhale, release, float the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward. On the inhale, lengthen, lift the heart, shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, fold forward. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. We start to move a little more. Inhaling up, exhaling to fold down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. This time, bring your heel to the floor and reach the arms forward. As you exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale like a warrior one with the arms long and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale. Reach your arms forward and then pull the shoulders into the sockets. Engage your belly. Remember the class with the bandhas, Uddiyana Bandha, and then shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg up into the sky. Spread your toes. Lift the leg a little higher. And the more you lower the chest, the easier it is to lift the leg. Good. From here, release your fingertips to the floor. Bend your right knee a little bit. Place your right hand, if you can, behind your right shin and lift the left leg all the way up high. Good, and then step all the way back. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Cartwheel your arms up, warrior two. Inhale, float your right arm up. Exhale, take your right elbow to the knee. Left arm reaches long. Good, look down at your right foot. Good, stretch, breathe. All right, inhale to come back up, proud warrior. This time as you exhale, bring your right fingertips inside or outside of your right foot. Again, if this restricts your breathing, you can bring your hand higher against your shin. Feel the chest nice and open. Scoop your right hip under. Good. From here, inhale to come back up, proud warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step back. This time, inhale to come forward. As you exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Slide into cobra or up dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. So every time you come into down dog, you have the opportunity to connect and check in with your breath. How is your breath? Are you breathing? Have you forgotten about the breath? Your prana, your life force. Good. When you're ready, inhale, left leg floats up. Step your left foot forward, bring your right heel down. Reach the arms forward. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg. Bend the front knee, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So these repetitions are just great to connect us to the breath. Stay here now, draw the shoulders back, connect to your belly, remember the bandhas, shift your weight onto your left foot and lift your right leg up. Spread the toes, flex the foot. Beautiful. If you want more challenge, you can reach your arms forward. You can also have your arms next to your body. Play with it. Find your pose. Good. Then release your fingertips to the floor. Little bend in the left knee. Lift your right leg all the way up high. Good. And then step back. Press into the feet to cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Good. Take a moment here and then inhale, proud warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee, right arm reaches long. So Lift your chest open. Breathe. Smile. When you're breathing, it will also help you to soften. When we're trying hard and when we're too rigid, too much effort in our pose also means we're not breathing. That's when we're holding the breath. So stay soft. Inhale to come back up. And this time you choose. You can do the same, or you could bring your fingertips to the floor, scoop your left hip under, and take your right arm up. Open the chest, breathe, smile. Good. Press into your back foot to come back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor. Step back. Nice. Inhale to come forward, move through your vinyasa. Whichever way that looks. You can always also come down onto your belly. We meet in downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. Whew. Good. Now look towards your hands and walk or step your feet outside of your hands. Come down into a squat. Press into your palms and with your arms push out against the knees. Palms press together and down, and this will give you more length. Close your eyes, and again, biggest breath all the way down into your belly. Remember the bandhas we spoke about. If you don't know the bandhas, imagine when you exhale like you're lifting your pelvic floor. This is Mula Bandha, your root lock, and this will give you power for balancing poses. So a couple of breaths, inhaling deep into the belly. And on the exhale, activating your root lock, Mula Bandha, and drawing the belly back for Uddiyana Bandha. Now you're welcome to stay here and to keep practicing the bandhas. Or those of you who want to play, come into crow pose with me. And then you move back a little. So then you place your hands in front, shoulder widths apart. And the most important part really is to look forward, because when you look down, everything rounds, and that's where you're going. When you look forward, you can draw the shoulders back. You bring your knees as high as you can onto your arms, you spread your toes, and then you lift up. So there's a lot of like hugging in, drawing in, engaging the bandhas. Give it a try. And when you're done, everybody place your hands in front, also those of you who stayed in the squat, and then just straighten your legs and fold forward deeply. Oh, if you would know how hot it is here today, my goodness. Feels like 40 degrees. Good. All right, and as you are here and you forward fold with the knees bent, let go, shake out your head, yes and no. And then slide your hands behind your heels and just slide your hands up as you inhale to lengthen, stick your butt back. And as you exhale, slide your hands back down. And do that 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen, heart reaches forward. And exhale to come down. And the last time, inhale to lengthen. Stick your butt back and exhale to come back down. Hands onto your waist, press down into your feet, inhale. Come all the way up to stand. Whew. Good. All right, you guys. So take your right hand out and turn your palm to face out. When you do that, you feel your chest already opening, bringing your arm out, your wings spreading, and then grab your right foot from the inside. Keep your hips pointing forward like 2 headlights. The knee wants to go out, keep the knee parallel. So you're holding on to the inside of the foot. You bring your left arm up into the sky. And then you root down to rise up. So you get really, really tall first on the inhale, and then on the exhale, the right foot pushes back and your left hand reaches forward. And bring your thumb and index finger together. Breathe, dancer's pose. Feel your heart reaching forward. Good. Inhale to come up. Exhale, let it go. Shake it out. All right, let's try the other side. Shifting your weight onto your right foot. Zip up your belly. So all the energy, all the breath goes up into the chest. Feel the expansion of your chest, your heart space. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. So feel how nice and open this feels, as if you have a little headlight on your chest shining out into the world. Lift your right arm up. Press down. Lengthen. Reach up. Inhale here as you exhale. Reach forward. And the more the foot pushes back, the more you can keep your balance, because, you know, it's like seesaw. Maybe your thumb and index finger go into Yana Mudra, mudra for strength. Good. And then inhale to come back up. And exhale, let it go. Shake it out. Very nice. All right. Come back into Tadasana, mountain pose. So feet are parallel, out edges of your feet parallel. Roll your shoulders all the way up and back. Good. Turn your palms to face forward and bring your hands up a little bit. Close your eyes and just feel into the center of your palms. Maybe you feel a little bit of tingling here. Maybe it also feels, I feel this pose is so much about, like, it feels like an offering, but at the same time, it's like, I'm ready to receive. So what are you offering? What are you ready to receive? Just noticing the sense of energy, the vibrancy from breathing deeply. Open your eyes. When you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, spread your wings, dive forward really slowly, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. Cartwheel your arms into warrior two. Turn your palms to face up. So the front knee is above the ankle. Make sure it doesn't go in. You want to keep lifting the toes, and this will keep the knee in place. Good. And then from here, inhale, straighten palms together. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten palms together. Exhaling, bend. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. As you exhale, stay here with your arms, gaze over your front middle finger, and then straighten your front leg. Move your hip back, lengthen, and let your hand fall wherever it lands, on your shin. Left arm up. Maybe your hand goes all the way down to your foot, but keep your chest open, keep your breath going. Maybe your left arm stays reaching up. Maybe you bring your left arm over your head. You just have to always do Trikonasana. It's my favorite pose. I just love this stretch. So enjoy, keep reaching, keep rooting into your heel. Keep your face soft, breathe deeply. Good, inhale to come up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step back. Vinyasa of your choice. Exhaling back. Inhale, float your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Take your time. Cartwheel your arms into warrior two. So no rush. Again, the front knee does not go in. Keep it towards the little toe side and above the ankle. Out edge of your right foot pressing down. Turn your palms to face up. Relax your shoulders. Smile. Good. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhaling, bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhaling, bend. Gaze over your front middle finger, straighten the front leg. So energetically think of the leg moving out. So you're scooping that hip under. Right hip lengthens, pushes back, and you come into Trikonasana. Feel the beauty of this pose. A nice opening is if you're leaning back into a wall. Maybe extend the arm over your head, turning your palm to face back. Stretch, open. Fill it with your prana, your breathing. Delicious. Good, and then press down, inhale. Slowly come all the way up. Bring your feet parallel. Whew. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, open the chest. As you exhale with your knees soft, fold forward. Lift the arms over your head. Press into the feet. Inhale to come halfway up. Release your fingertips to the floor. Open your feet a little wider. And just walk your hands forward and stick your butt back like you're coming into a down dog with your legs super wide. And breathe. Feel your capacity of your lungs, full capacity. Breathe into every little corner. And then walk your hands back. Walk your hands forward. Slide your left foot back and bring your knees to the floor. Now fold the front of your mat 2 times. Create a little bit of padding. Have a block or anything to place between your thighs. So, especially people with back problems. Alisa, this is for you. So, this is what happens. I'll show you from the back. Usually when we do back bends, we squeeze the buttocks, we push the hips forward and we go back. And you can see all the energy shoots into my lower back. So what I need to do instead is to bring the inner thighs back. So when I do this, what I'm always telling you, inner thighs back, you can take your hands and kind of bring your groins back. Stick your butt back. You feel there's a space that opens in your lower back. So instead of now engaging your buttocks, lift up from your belly and slide your tailbone down. That reminds me of one of my early yoga teachers. It's funny how these things stick with you. She always said, like, you open the garage and then you drive the car into the garage and then you close the garage. Somehow stuck with me. Maybe it helps you too. So open the garage, take that block, this is your car, between your thighs, and imagine you pushing the block back into the garage. Feel how that creates space in your lower back. Lift your navel in and up. Hands go onto your waist, toes are tucked. Good. Now roll the shoulders up and back. Create that nice opening in the chest, chin to the chest. Start to lean back. Bring your right fingertips to your right heel. Float your left arm up and over. Breathe. Inhale, push down to come back up. Keep squeezing the block. Hands onto your waist. Roll the shoulders up and back. Squeeze the block. Lean back. Left hand onto your left heel. Right arm reaches up and over. Stretch. Breathe. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release the right arm. Keep squeezing the block. I hope it really helps. It should not give you any back issues. Otherwise, back off. You can always just keep your hands onto your lower back like this or like this and kind of pull down on the flesh. Or now we're going to go with both hands down, lift the shoulders up and back, create the length. Place your right hand onto your heel, left hand onto the heel, and then inhale, lift your chest, push your hips forward. Maybe let your head go or keep your chin to your chest. And breathe, smile, soft heart. Good. Inhale, push down to come up. And as you exhale, just sit back onto your heels. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel this chest opening. All right. Good. From here, release. Come to sit. I want to offer you one more back bend now that we've prepped so nicely. So come to lie on your back. And you get to choose, since we are already warmed up, you can do bridge pose, which is lifting up your heels, interlacing your hands underneath, or you could place your hands underneath your shoulders. If that is in your practice, since I'm not there to guide you into it safely, really, really listen. And then you can come onto the top of your head and come up into full wheel, which I'm not doing today. So I'm going to go for bridge pose. And you can join me, lift the hips up and interlace the hands underneath. And with the eyes closed, no matter which pose you chose, now really bring the biggest breath all the way up into your chest. Good, and then from here, very slowly release, come back down, move your knees side to side. And then hug the knees into your chest, or rock yourself all the way up to seated. And I want to do another little pranayama with you. So I recommend sitting on a pillow or a block or something. Always nice to elevate your seat. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. But now that we've worked with the chest and the lungs and they feel nice and open, just rest your hands anywhere that it's comfortable. Close the eyes and lift the shoulders all the way up. Take them back and let the shoulder blades melt down. And just for now, breathe deeply. Just your natural breath. And find your Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath, the ocean sounding yogic breath, comes from the back of the throat. For those of you who might not know it, it's like as if you're fogging a mirror and you're making the sound from your throat, but you do it with your mouth closed. So what I like to do with you is just a very simple, yet very soothing and relaxing pranayama, where we make the exhale longer than the inhale, and we have a little pause between in and exhale. I'll guide you through. And we're using the Ujjayi breath, but we're doing always very, very little force. And we're exhaling through the mouth. So we're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's start together. Take a big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Once again, big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Now inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And then exhale very softly through your mouth for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhaling. Count of 4, hold. Count of 6 for the exhale. Keep going in your own rhythm. Inhaling 4. Hold. Exhaling ever so softly through the mouth. Keep going on your own. And to the last couple rounds, when you exhale with your mouth closed, yes. So we're just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Holding between inhale and exhale. Last one. And then release any effort. Release the counting. Feel the effects of this very short, sweet pranayama. In general, extending the exhale has a very calming effect. So if you have a lot going on in your life, try to do that before you go to bed. This is really nice to do before you want to have a nice restful sleep. Good. Slowly open the eyes and then come forward again onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes and let's take it one more time into downward facing dog to stretch out. And take a look at your right hand. Spread your fingers really nice. Press all your fingertips and knuckles down. Inhale, lift your left leg up into the sky. Start to bend the knee now. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and take your left arm up for wild thing. Stretch, breathe, chest so open. Good, exhale, release. Back to downward dog. If you like, float through vinyasa. And then we do it to the other side. Take a look at your left hand. Fingertips and knuckles are pressing down. Inhale, your right leg floats up. And then let the right foot fall behind. And stretch your right arm over your head. Good, and exhale, release. Look towards your hands. Walk or step your feet forward and come to seated. Whew. All right, straighten your legs in front of you, shake them out. Now place your right foot outside of your left knee. If you want, you can keep your left leg long. If you need to adjust, you can bring your left foot, or if you want to go deeper, that's what I wanted to say, you can bring your left foot to the outside of your right hip. Sit tall, so really press down, bring your right fingertips behind, press down, down, down. And then inhale, your left arm reaches up. Once again, like the dancer's pose, you root down into your sit bone to lengthen. And then as you exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder. And the left elbow presses down to lengthen the spine. All the breath goes up, up, up into your lungs, into your chest, into your heart. Good. And then inhale, release. Exhale, swing your hands over to the other side, counter twist. Good. And then release and switch. So again, right leg can be long. You don't want to be somewhere here. You really want to have both sit bones on the floor. Sit nice and tall. Left arm reaches up and back. Press down, find the length. Reach your right arm as high as you can. Good, and then exhale, draw the belly in, twist. Look over your left shoulder. Face is soft. Push down to keep the length. Breathe. And then from here, inhale to release, exhale, swing your hands over, counter twist. Good, and then release and unfold your legs, shake them out. Bring your feet parallel, so I'm gonna face you here so you can see better. And the feet are wider than your hips. Slide your left arm underneath. So the shoulder wants to come forward. You can rotate with your hand even the shoulder out and back and take your right arm up into the sky. Stay here or bring your fingertips behind your back for a bind. Look up and the elbow pushes back into the leg gives support. Breathe. And release. Switch. Right arm goes underneath. Take your left hand to your shoulder and kind of pull the shoulder out and back, and the arm pushes into the leg and the leg creates a wall. And then you can take your left arm up and open. And if this feels delicious, stay here. If you wish to go for the bind, grab your fingertips behind. Breathe. And then slowly release and just walk your hands forward. Press into the floor and breathe into your upper body. Nice stretch here. And release, walk your hands back. Come to sit. Bring your right arm to the left side and then place your left palm on top of your right palm, which feels super nice. And then you want to draw the right shoulder down and drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, so you get a really nice stretch in the right shoulder, neck. Breathe into it. And maybe you need to look down, maybe you need to look up, so kind of find your stretch, explore. And then inhale to come up. Bring both hands to your right side. Let that left shoulder drop and then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and feel the stretch in your neck. Breathe into it. And then lift your head, slowly release. And once again, straighten your legs in front of you. Coming into Purvottanasana. So fingertips behind, fingertips pointing towards your feet. Shoulders want to come forward, so you lift the shoulders up and back. And then from here, inhale to lift up. Maybe slide your feet back if you need to come into tabletop, or keep your legs long. Maybe your head falls back if that's okay. Or you keep your chin on your chest. Good. And then from here, slowly release and straighten your legs in front. Shake them out. Once again, take your hands to your inner thighs, pull the flesh out. Remember what I told you about the lower back. Do that on both sides. Keep your knees slightly bent. Inhale, lift the arms up now. As you exhale, lengthen, fold forward. Place your hands onto the mat, or maybe give yourself a hug. You can stay here. Keep that connection of chest and belly to your thighs. You can drag your hands back, and this will give you more length in your lower back. Those of you with back problems, be careful here and really engage your belly. Find the length, and then some of you maybe can extend the legs and come into the full Paschimottanasana pose. Keep scooping the belly in and up, and keep breathing into the upper body, into the lungs. Good, and then slowly come back up. Take the soles of the feet together now. Slide your hands underneath and fold forward as if your forehead would be touching your heels. Now breathe into the back of your heart, the back of your lungs. So your prana, your breath, is one of the most important elements of your practice. You're not doing yoga really if you're not really paying attention to any pranayama or to your deep breathing. It's only a big part of the practice that you're not integrating. So you're really missing out on a big part of the healing. It's so good to breathe deeply. Enjoy 3 more breaths here. And then release and slowly find your way back up and into a comfortable seat for our meditation. So as you're sitting tall, close the eyes now. Roll your shoulders all the way up and back and down, and draw the tips of your shoulder blades towards each other. So you're not squeezing, it's a more subtle kind of tips of the shoulder blades moving towards each other. Feel that nice opening in the chest. And once again, make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale, just breathing through the nose. So you're training your body, your system to tap into it, to get out of the mind by tapping into the breath, into the body. So if we do this when we're having our practice and we're feeling good, it's much easier to tap into it as well when things are not going so great. And so we'll just do it through the body, through the memory of the body. And now begin to soften your breathing completely. It's involuntary. The breath is breathing you. And there's a sweetness, a softness, a receptivity. And if you're a visual person, maybe visualize a little bright golden or white light in the center of your chest, your heart, and every time you breathe, you just feel this expanding into the rest of your body. And every time you feel your mind takes you on a journey, you catch yourself, go back to your breath, go back to this bright light in your chest, in your heart. And then you are welcome to stay longer in meditation if you wish, or to slowly transition onto your back for Shavasana. And as you lie back in Shavasana, just make sure, maybe even use a support again underneath your chest. It's also nice sometimes to roll up a blanket softly and place it where the block was before, kind of on your middle back. So just to give a little elevation to the chest, the heart, or just lie back and rest with the eyes closed, palms facing up towards the sky. And then one more time, take a big, big breath in and exhale through the mouth. Enjoy Shavasana. And slowly begin to deepen your breathing. Gently move your fingers, move your toes, stretch your arms over your head. And give yourself a good long stretch. And then hug the knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side to release any tension from your back. And then roll over onto your right side. And stay here for a couple of breaths. And in your own time, when you feel ready, slowly find your way back up into a nice, comfortable seat. And keep the eyes closed for now. And just pause, breathe, listen. Notice anything that may have shifted in your practice or from your practice. And take a moment to also really connect to your breathing and notice if anything has shifted in your breath today. Maybe it feels a little more conscious, it feels a little deeper or more gentle, fluid. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. Please take your hands together in front of your heart for a moment of gratitude to your yoga, to this practice that has given you so many benefits, so many different benefits, but it's such a beautiful friend to make you feel connected, grounded, spacious. And a moment of gratitude to all the teachers who have passed on all this beautiful knowledge and wisdom and philosophy and practice. And most of it all, a moment of gratitude to your inner voice, your inner teacher, who also makes you show up on your mat and for these classes. So just honor yourself for making that effort every time. Let's close and seal our practice with one last sound of Om. Nice big breath. And thank you again so much for your dedicated practice. Your willingness to show up and practice with me is really, really meaningful to me and really touches my heart. Thank you so much. Namaste. All right, you guys, thank you so much.